Millionaire. This week is First Amendment week at Buena Vista University, and we're here with Spencer for our first contestant on the show. So Spencer, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm a freshman here at Buena Vista University, a digital media major, and I'm from Dakota City, Nebraska.
Alrighty, sweet. So a bit of a drive or no?
About an hour and a half, so.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Nope.
All right, so I just mentioned it's First Amendment week at BVU, so we're going to be looking at the First Amendment and our freedom of speech. Tell me, do you have any knowledge about your First Amendment?
Not sure how much. I hope I have somewhat of an idea, so.
All right, I guess we'll find out.
Yep.
All right, we'll go ahead and get started with our first question, and it's for $100. How many freedoms are named in the First Amendment? 1, 5, 3, or 7?
Okay. Press.
Feel free to count them out if that helps.
Okay, there's press. There is religion. Freedom to, probably not saying this right, but congregate. I feel like there's more than that. I don't think there's as many as 7 though. I'm gonna have to go with B.
B, 5, your final answer?
Yep.
And you are correct.
Okay.
All right, we made it to the $100. Ready for your next question?
Yep.
All right, for $500. The First Amendment protects us against A, the federal government, B, public criticism, C, all U.S. governmental bodies, or D, crude jokes.
I think I'm going to have to go with C.
C,
Yep.
all U.S. governmental bodies. Is that your final answer?
Yep.
Alrighty. That is also correct. So you know a little bit more than I think you thought you did. That's great.
I hope so.
All right, third question's for $1,000. And just to clarify, these are fake dollars.
Oh.
I know, such a disappointment.
I was told wrong, so.
Oh, I can give you $1,000 on my student loans. How's that sound?
I can handle that. I could use
No, I
that.
meant then you pay it for me.
Oh.
So you'd be getting.
You can keep that for now.
Alrighty, so for $1,000, the father of the First Amendment is A, James Madison, B, George Washington, C, Thomas Jefferson, or D, John Adams.
It's not George. I feel like it's one of the last two. I'm going to have to go with C, Thomas Jefferson.
Is that your final answer? I am sorry, that is incorrect. The correct answer is A, James Madison. But hey, thank you for being on the show. I know you didn't make it very far, but that's completely okay, I promise. We'll be back right after this message to see our second contestant. Welcome back to Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? I have with me here Rebecca. Rebecca, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Rebecca, as you now know. I am currently a junior entering my senior year this fall. I am a psychology major and I have an art minor, and when I go to grad school I want to enter a master's program for art therapy.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So we all know that we're here because it's First Amendment week at Buena Vista University. So tell me, do you have any knowledge about the freedom of speech?
Every American has the First Amendment freedom. Yeah.
Alrighty. We're going to go ahead and get started with our questions. So the first question is for $100. Are you ready?
Oh yeah, bring it.
All right. Question for $100. How many freedoms are named in the First Amendment? 1, 5, 3, or 7?
Oh man, that's a tough one. I'm gonna have to go with B.
B, that's 5. Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Yeah, you seem a little nervous about this.
I am, just a little.
All right. And the answer is 5. That is correct. Do you know what all 5 are?
Freedom of speech.
Correct. This is not for any money, by the way.
Okay.
This is random trivia.
Right to petition. Freedom of religion. That's 3. Right to bear arms.
No. Right to assembly.
Right to assembly.
And press.
Okay.
Right to bear arms is actually in the Second Amendment.
Oh, okay.
That's all right.
Yeah.
You knew it was over 3, and so 4 wasn't an option, and 7 was a lot. So, all right. So the next question is for $500.
Oh man! All right, bring
Fake
it.
dollars, just to clarify. All right. The beginning of the First Amendment is: Congress shall make no law, 87 years ago, we the people, or I have a dream.
Those all sound very familiar, but I'm going to have to go with A.
A. Congress shall make no law.
Yes.
Final answer.
Correct.
All right, we're up to $500. Awesome job. All right, question number 3 is for $1,000. You ready for this?
Oh, as ready as I'll ever be.
At what age does the First Amendment officially begin to protect a person's free speech rights? Age 18, 21, 30, or none of the above?
Wow. Gosh. I'm going to have to go with none of the above. I believe that's a right everyone has, no matter their age.
Final answer?
Yeah.
And correct. We're up to $1,000.
America.
All right, question 4 is for $5,000. Which of these following categories of speech is never protected by the First Amendment? Indecent speech on the internet, 4-letter words, obscenity, or nudity?
You know what? This is a really tough one. But I'm going to go with C.
C?
Yeah, let's do it.
Obscenity, is that your final answer?
Sure.
Any reason why?
It just makes sense to me. I don't know. These all sound like I don't know. I'm just guessing.
All right. Final answer is C?
Yep.
And that is correct. All right. We are officially up to $5,000, and we'll be right back after this short message.
Hi.
Welcome back to Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? We have Rebecca here, and we have passed the $5,000 mark, and we are jumping all the way up to $50,000. Are you sure? Are you ready for this?
Oh, yeah.
Alrighty. So for $50,000, in what case did the Supreme Court rule that the burning of the American flag is constituted as free speech? Texas versus Johnson, Tinker versus Des Moines, Brandenburg versus Ohio, or Chaplinsky versus New Hampshire?
Gosh. I think I'm gonna have to ask the audience for this.
Ask the audience.
Yeah.
All right. Audience members, if you please get out your 4-key dial pad, and please begin your voting. Alrighty, the votes are in. We have A at 63%, B at 17%, and the other two below 17. So A's looking as a strong contender, but B's definitely in the running.
You know, I'm gonna have to go with A because most people voted for that one, so.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Final answer is correct. It is Texas versus Johnson. All right, we're moving up to $100,000.
Ooh.
Which of the following is not a right protected by the First Amendment? Religion, press, assembly, or privacy?
D.
D, are you sure?
Yeah.
Say from the question earlier, that one kind of helps you out. D is correct. Privacy is not a right protected by the First Amendment. All right, we have 2 questions left until Rebecca reaches the $1 million mark.
Oh boy.
So our next question is for $50,000. Oh, excuse me. Correct. $500,000. We're not going backwards here. The idea is to get to $1 million. For $500,000, which of the following categories of speech is never protected by the First Amendment? Expression intended and likely to incite imminent lawless action. B, true threats. C, clear and imminent threats to national security. Or D, all of the above.
I think I'm going to have to use the 50-50 on that.
The 50-50. All right. The 50-50 is going to... Excuse me. The 50-50 is going to include B and C.
Now,
that doesn't mean that they're not in the contest, that they're not going to be in all of the above, just to make sure you know that.
Okay.
D still includes all of them, but just B and C are not the correct answers.
So B and C are not options at this point. They're not the right answers.
They're not the right answers, but it doesn't mean they can't be included in D.
Okay.
All of the above.
Okay. I'm going to go with D.
D, all of the above. All right, you know what that means? We're up to our $1 million question.
Oh, bring it.
For $1 million, how did the Supreme Court rule in the case Tinker versus Des Moines Independent School District?
Okay.
5-4 Tinker, 6-3 Des Moines, 9-0 Des Moines, or 7-2 Tinker? For $1 million.
I'm gonna phone a friend.
Alrighty?
Okay.
Go ahead and get your cell phone out.
All right, will do.
Phoning a friend on the $1 million question. I hope that you phone the right person.
Me too.
Who are you calling?
Her name is Jennifer.
Jennifer.
She's my friend Jennifer. Yeah. Hi, Jen. Yes, hi. I'm on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. That's right. Yep. Guess what? You're my friend that I'm phoning. Yeah. So, okay, are you ready for the question? Okay. Here's the $1 million question. How did the Supreme Court rule in the case of Tinker versus Des Moines Independent School District? A, 5-4 Tinker. B, 6-3 Des Moines. C, 9-0 Des Moines. Or D, 7-2 Tinker. I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. You think it's C? No? Which one do you think it is? D? Is that your final answer?
Okay, you're down 5, 4.
Okay.
3.
I gotta go. Thank
2,
you. Bye.
1.
Yeah, bye. Okay. I'm gonna go with D.
D. Okay, so $1 million question lays on Jennifer's shoulders.
Yep.
All right, and the answer is D. You are correct.
Yeah.
$1 million winner.
Woo!
Congratulations.
That's what's up.
Alrighty, so we're gonna go to a quick break, and we're gonna bring back our third contestant after this. Welcome back to Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. We're here with our third and final contestant, and his name is Demetrius. So Demetrius, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a senior here at Buena Vista University. I can say that. I'm glad about that. And I am looking forward to having an awesome time on the show.
Awesome. So we're all here because it's First Amendment Week at Buena Vista University.
Yes.
What knowledge do you have about the First Amendment and about your freedom of speech?
Well, I definitely know that it's part of the 5 guaranteed freedoms that are afforded to us in the First Amendment. And I know that I have the right to say some things. Some things are, directly covered under the freedom of speech, but there are some words and phrases that are banned or should be used with caution. So I know how to use my
So you have some
freedom.
pretty good knowledge about this. So
I feel a little good.
all right, well, our last contestant won the million. And used all 3 lifelines. So
Okay.
So no pressure.
No pressure.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. And our first question is for $100. How many freedoms are named in the First Amendment? 1, 5, 3, or 7?
Ooh, it's a tough one, but I'm gonna have to go with B, 5.
Is that your final answer?
Final answer.
All right, and the answer is correct, B5. I think you kind of said that in your introduction, so
I was getting ready.
jumping the gun there on that question. All right, our next question is for $500.
Okay.
My right to free speech allows me to yell fire in a crowded movie theater under which of the following circumstances? When it is a joke, when it is said quietly, when there is actually a fire, or all of the above?
Another tough one, but one that I think I'm pretty sure of. C, when there's a fire. My final answer.
Anything to back that up?
Because I remember from my days in a special class, they told us that you shouldn't yell fire or things like fire and bomb because it arises and get people, excited, and that could be a dangerous, hazardous event. So.
Alrighty, so C is correct. When there is a fire. Good job.
Okay, feeling
We're
good.
rolling right through these. Okay, third question for $1,000.
Okay.
Who gets to decide which speech is protected by the First Amendment? The Supreme Court, Congress, the state legislature, or all speech is protected?
I think I'm gonna have to use a lifeline on this one. Can I do 50-50?
Sure thing. 50-50 eliminates B and D.
Okay. All right.
So we're down to the Supreme Court and the state legislature.
I'm gonna feel good and go with A, the Supreme Court. My final answer.
Final answer? The correct answer is A, the Supreme Court. All right, we're on our last question before a commercial break. We used 1 lifeline.
Just one. Okay.
We're all right. When did the Supreme Court first decide that the internet was protected by the First Amendment?
Okay.
2010, 1900, 2004, or 1997?
Ooh.
They're getting tougher.
It's getting tougher. Like, definitely getting tougher. I am going to have to use another lifeline. I would like to poll the audience.
Alrighty. Audience members, you know what that means. Pull out your little dial pad and click the answer you think is correct, 1 through 4. Alrighty. Audience, please put your things down. Alright, so we have 2010 and 1900 are down below 10%. So we got 2004 at 30%, and we got 1997 at 48. Or excuse me, 78.
I'm going to trust the audience. I'm going to trust all of you because I was kind of feeling this too. But I'm going to go with D, 1997, my final answer.
Final answer? Correct, 1997. Audience, good job.
Thank you.
All right, the next question is $50,000, and we will get to it right after this commercial. Welcome back to Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I'm here with Demetrius. We've used 2 lifelines, and we're up to 50. We're on our $50,000 question.
Yeah, I felt bad because I knew that answer, and I said I should have just held it, but that's all right.
Well, if you miss it, then you're done, so it's better to take the safe route. Now, from here on out, we have 4 more questions, and they get significantly harder.
All right.
Alrighty. Freedom of speech includes the right to do which of the following?
Okay.
Students advocating illegal drug use at school-sponsored events, the distribution of obscene materials, the burning of flag in protest, or burning draft cards as anti-war protest.
Ooh,
So which one's allowed
which one
for
is
$50,000?
It's been a while. I'm gonna have to mull over it for a hot second. You definitely were right. These do get tougher.
Well, we jumped from 1,000 to 50,000,
So I mean, it was like
just like, we
bam.
jumped just like that. It was hardly a break in between.
Okay. Oh, this is tough. Okay, I'm looking at it, trying to think it over in my head, trying to remember what I learned before. I feel like it I'm feeling a strong sense of letter C, just because I feel like students advocating illegal drug use at school-sponsored events, that is technically a freedom of speech, but it constitutes, being on school grounds, and that takes things into different consideration. To distribute obscene materials, yes, and that could be there too. C is a strong one because I kind of remember a case about that. And then D, I don't think you can do that without getting any, infractions with the law or government on that one. I wish I would have saved my 50-50 because now I feel like it's definitely between B and C, but I'm not too for sure. But I'm going to try to save this lifeline. I'm going to try to go with my gut instinct. And I would have to say, I'm going to go with C.
All right. Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
All right. For $50,000.
$50,000.
C is correct. To burn a flag in protest is protected by the First Amendment and your freedom of speech.
Gosh. Okay.
All righty. Now they just get tougher, so don't start sweating it. For $100,000, which of the following is not protected by the First Amendment? Obscenity, pornography, poetry, or comic books?
Which is not protected by the First Amendment. I mean, well, that's pretty tough here, but I feel like I gotta mull it all over again, and it helps me break it down. But I feel like comic books, I'm an avid comic book fan, and I feel like D would be under there because it is actual printed material, and that goes for anything in print. Poetry, spoken word. Obscenity, spoken words. But pornography, not really a spoken word, but I feel like that's a little gray area if I remember even when I was in class. But we're gonna go again, try to not use a lifeline on this one. And I'm gonna go with my gut. And I'm gonna say B, pornography. My final answer.
Final answer.
Final answer.
All right, which is not protected by the First Amendment. It is A, obscenity. I'm sorry. You go home with $0 fake dollars today. I know. But we really appreciate you being here. It was great. You did an excellent job. Excellent job. I would say your knowledge is...
It's there. It's just a little light. Sorry.
Thank you for joining us on tonight's episode of Who Wants to Be Millionaire. Stick around this week and see what else is going on for First Amendment Week by the rest of our classmates all over campus. Have a good night.